When you're number one on the list, you don't believe that you're going to die waiting.
See me, feel me, touch me, heal me.
We are still just beginning to learn what an impact we can have when we approach the issue of donation and transplantation with the intent to save lives, with the intent to touch lives in a powerful way, such as donation.
I know at first, I can't speak for the rest of the family, but I know I didn't sleep when we first went on the list. I think there's that anticipation, maybe the phone would ring tonight.
The hardest thing for me, for Alexa being on the list, would have been trying to look at the outcome, waiting for that call to come. Every time the phone rang, you wanted it to be that call that told us to jump on the plane and come down.
There were 2,028 children and their families and their loved ones that woke up this morning, and they asked us today the day, is today my day that my future is going to change? Every one of those families, every one of those children is counting on every one of us in this room to be that hero, to be their silent heroes, to make a difference in their life.
I am convinced that there are pediatric donors out there that are not being identified, they're not being consented, and those organs never get the chance of a new life in another child.
There is no reason today that any child should die in the arms of a parent without organ donation being offered to that family.
I'm here as a donor mother celebrating the life of my daughter, Kimberly. We lost Kimberly at age 16 from injuries she received in a car accident. She was an advocate for donation. She continues on in a grandmother and in a college student. And there's a person here in Pittsburgh looking at this beautiful city in the eyes of my daughter. She continues on in Ohio, in New Jersey, in New York, in Pennsylvania, in Virginia, and in Georgia. She has gone on to touch 138 lives. Now that's a celebration of life. My daughter's life.
Each of you has experienced powerful and memorable moments through your work with Organ Donation Collaborative. Moments that have reignited your enthusiasm and strengthened your belief in the human spirit. You witnessed remarkable moments where a donor family, in the face of unmentionable grief and loss, extends the most ultimate act of kindness through the gift of organ donation.
I knew in my heart that if the only thing Michael needed at that point to come home was a kidney, that I would expect one to be there. And I'm the type of mother that I would have gone downtown and been beating on Channel 10 News, going, put me on the news, somebody is dying somewhere and somebody can help me. Of all the decisions that we made that long and trying weekend, saying yes to organ donation was the easiest decision to make. It was like, yes, because if the shoe was on the other foot, somebody else saying yes could be saving my son. So in order to be able to expect an organ when you need one, I felt you needed to be able to give one when you could.
In a time when we measure heroes by the number of baskets they make or the number of home runs they hit, the true heroes are really the families of these children who go on to become donors. These are the true heroes. These are the people that continue to inspire me and give me hope that someday the national wait list will be eradicated.
Historically, you might say that liver transplantation was pioneered by children. Segmental liver transplants, also pioneered by children. Split livers, that has been generated by children, and living-related donations. So if we were to split every potentially splittable liver in this country, we could eliminate the mortality on the waiting list very quickly. Not just the mortality, but actually the whole pediatric waiting list.
With the help of this community and absolutely essential, the help of our critical care pediatric community, we can find those small pediatric donors. So if there was one message I would want you all to take home from this is, first, we need to find them. Then we need to consent them. Then we need to manage them. And then we need to figure out the right ways to be able to get those very precious small pediatric organs into the right patient, whether they be in your neighborhood or whether they be 1,000 miles away.
I had a liver transplant.
Your name is Carly and you had a liver transplant? They're clapping for you.
My name is Isabel. I got a stomach, liver, small bone, pancreas.
Doesn't she look great?
We don't have to wait for a cure. We don't have to wait for a magic drug. We don't have to wait for somebody to discover something new. We have the answers, we have the power, we have the knowledge to make it happen now, today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today.
It took us 11 years to get a liver. It took us leaving our home, everything that we owned, traipsing across the country with 5 other children, and just putting our lives in God's hands. And, you know, I look at the sign, Donate Life. We hoped for life for 11 years. Now we're celebrating it. And it's because of people like you that are out there plugging to keep us happy and healthy and whole. Thank you.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond they can't explain. Well, I know we're different, but deep inside us, we're not that